Doritos Late Night Zesty Jalapeno Popper. So I just learned about these recently. I think they're fairly new, but Doritos, has a late night campaign going, I guess, with different chips. But I originally thought it was just one flavored chip. I didn't know that they had multiple flavored late night Dorito branded chips. And so when I learned about it just yesterday, I saw the Zesty Jalapeno Popper, and I wasn't going to go out of my way to find it. I really wasn't. And yesterday I was picking something up at the grocery store, and lo and behold, of course, they're just sitting right there, right? Like basically not even in the chip aisle. They're just right in a freestanding whatever, fairly close to the registers. And it's just how the world works. But here we have them. So I'm excited to try these. I don't know. I'm always a big component for Doritos. I think Doritos are great chips. I think a lot of their flavors are really good. I can't think off the top of my head of a bad one I've ever had. Now, I haven't had them all, but the ones that I have had, right, like nacho cheese, I always grab. The Tapatios, those are probably my favorite Doritos. Anyways, let's get to it. Zesty Jalapeno Popper. I like the look of the bags. And that's the other thing with these Doritos late night chips that they have. I think there's 3 or 4. 3 flavors, I think. I think there's a taco one, this one, and something else. But I always thought it was just one. And it's very hard to see which one it is because all the bags are the same with just right over here, the flavoring of the chips. So at first glance, they all look the same. And that's why I thought they were all the same. Let me look at the ingredients just real quick and see if we can see any kind of, what they're using for the jalapeno in this. Jack cheese, okay, paprika extract. Paprika extract is used a lot to spice things, but it's okay, there it is. It does say, so it says flavors cream, then cheddar cheese consisting of milk, cheese culture, salts, and enzymes. And then right after that, it says jalapeno peppers. So they got a decent smell to them. That's what we're looking at. And Doritos, they do a pretty good job of coating the chips. It might have been out a while. Kind of stale. A little bit. It says good until June. Huh. They're coated nicely though. I don't know. They look just like the nacho cheese chips. They don't smell that way. That's a better chip. I'm not making this up, but I could taste just a little underlying note or hint there of like sour cream. And they're saying Zesty Jalapeno Popper. What do you make your jalapeno poppers with? Cream cheese, sour cream, lots of different ways and different formats of making it, but I am picking that up a little bit. That first chip was really not good. These ones are all right though. I can pick it up on the cheese that's there, the cheddar cheese. I think it's labeled correctly in that it's not really a spicy chip. It's a zesty chip. And that's what I mean by, I think it's labeled correctly, zesty jalapeno popper. You're getting more of the popper flavor, which is weird because in a true jalapeno popper, you get a lot of jalapeno flavor, right? You get a lot of that because you're using fresh whole jalapenos, grilling them, baking them, however you're doing it, right? So for me, you know, you're always getting that jalapeno flavor. I'm not getting that here. So that's kind of a bummer, right? They need to be a little bit spicier, a little bit more true, but they are zesty, more so than spicy. So I think the labeling is actually correct on this. Instead of being spicy jalapeno popper, zesty jalapeno popper. That makes more sense because that's certainly what it tastes like. It doesn't taste like a spicy chip to me. Yeah. It's a zesty spice, right? I'm not tasting lime or any of that, but that cheddar, and there is like a sour cream cheese kind of little bit. It gets lost quick, but it's there. And then they just become a little, oh, this one's really coated nice. Let's see. Yeah. I thought they were going to be a little more spicy than what they are. Would I eat them? Yeah, I am. You know what I mean? I can see the goal here that they were going for, but it needs more jalapeno flavor, in my opinion, to truly be a jalapeno popper. They're coated decently, not the greatest I've ever had, but they got a good seasoning on there. Again, it doesn't taste like lime, but there's something zesty about it that I am picking up on. Now that I'm looking at the ingredients further in depth here and not, I'm still skimming it, but right at the very bottom, it just stuck right out to me. It does say, and sour cream, but it's the last ingredient listed, but it's present. Swiss cheese, onion powder, yeah, Monterey Jack. So they are cheesy. But what's giving it that zest, honestly? Because it could be lime of some kind, but I'm not picking up per se where I could be like, yeah, that's lime. I'm not seeing anything in the ingredients that would. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. But anyways, guys, that's the review. Doritos Late Night Zesty Jalapeno Popper Chips. They're all right. I'd eat them. I'm going to eat them. That bag won't go to waste. I don't think it has to be late night to enjoy that. Although it'll probably be late night when I enjoy those. I was going to do a review last night. So like I said earlier, I picked these up last night. I was going to do a review when I woke up randomly throughout the night, like a 1 a.m., 2 a.m. situation, just in bed, and just pulled them out. And I was going to do a review like that. And then I was just way too fucking tired and hungover a little bit to like even do all of that. But I thought it would have been neat. But yeah, I mean, they're decent. Is it the best Doritos chip I've ever had? Absolutely not. Is it the worst? I can't really say that because I've never, well, the old school Doritos, there's one they released, it was all right, but they're not great. Certainly for this bag was $5.50 plus taxes and whatever. So like everything in our economy these days here in America, right? Like it's just way overpriced, like way overpriced. This bag of chips should be, I don't know, $3.25. To me, that seems fair. Anyways, we're not here necessarily for that. We're here for, is there spice or not? There isn't. But there is, like I said, there is a zestiness that kind of, and I've talked about it before in other reviews and other videos, that will sometimes kind of generate a spiciness off of that. And that's what we've got going on here. But I think the packaging is great. I think the name Zesty jalapeno popper, as opposed to, unless they changed up the formula, but the way it is now, spicy jalapeno popper wouldn't work here because there is no spice per se. But they do have, again, down here at the bottom, a jalapeno pepper and then like another part of one there, and then the flames. So they're showing like maybe a little spice. I don't know. The marketing here is done really well. Like this bag is gorgeous. They've done a good job there. That's all I got. Thank you guys for burning with me. Doritos late night zesty jalapeno pepper. Popper.